Here's a photo shoot that I probably screwed up on location and in a darkroom. My expectations were not really met, and here's why I kind of like it. Okay.
Is it good or bad?
No, it's good. Good, don't worry. The plan for this shoot with Britt on my 8x10 Intrepid was mostly just to fight the sun with the shutter speed, because large format cameras generally, not always, have a leaf shutter, which allows you to sync flash at basically any speed.
Still.
You can say shrimp all you want to, though. I'll just blurt it out.
And then I said beep.
Beep it out. 16, 125. It's still gonna be stronger. Okay, I'm just gonna put this closer. No, you're good. What I forgot to think about is that my 310, I think, millimeter Fuji 8x10 primary lens kind of only goes up to 1/125th of a second. It's like a Copal 3 shutter, which is huge. I was thinking, like, I had the Cinar lens I sometimes use on here, which does go up to, I think, maybe close to 1/500th of a second, which would have been much more useful here. And I've got to close it back down. So as you saw, there was a pretty bad light leak on that first shot, which is definitely something you have to look out for even more on 8x10, and probably because my 8x10 holders are a little older, the light seals will break down over time and things like that. I don't know if I'm going to need the flash for this. But that first 8x10 was just some old Ektachrome I was testing for a friend. The expectations weren't high. Expectations are funny things, though. They can make you feel okay about a bad picture. They can make you feel bad about a great picture. But hold on to that thought, because it's going to be very relevant as we look through the results from the shoot. A little bit. But
is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
My dress?
No.
Are any legs weird?
No. But I need you in the pose so I can see how the flash is. Okay. I think I'm gonna open up a stop. Half a stop. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to have faith in the equipment. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Me to me.
Can you get the meter off the... Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so hold this at your face and push this button. That's Allison, who so kindly held the GoPro and recorded much of this video, by the way. She's very helpful and awesome, much like the people who are members of my Patreon listed here on screen. You can join for as little as $1 a month, and that grants you access to patron-only posts, including episode photos, all the photos you see in these episodes at a much larger resolution you can look at your leisure, updates on new videos, discounts on future zines and old zines, actually, if you ask, and hopefully much more. You can join with the link on the screen or in my description. Thanks. Other way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, that's a roll. And to me, this is when things went terribly downhill, but I wouldn't know it yet. This is Ektachrome. It's supposed to be very vibrant, very bright, and as you can see, these photos are dark and muted. And yeah, I underexposed the ambient light, but that doesn't explain why the colors are so muted. And what it really is that it's a processing error. I messed up while processing this film, all of it. Oh, okay. So here's what I'm looking at before you get up.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna have to squint. We'll see.
No. Okay, look at me right now. No, look at me. Are you squinting?
No.
That's what it's gonna be like.
Should I pull my hair up a little?
Actually, yeah, I like that. If you have something.
Yeah.
It's not a deal breaker.
Can you bring me...
I wouldn't know about the processing error, of course, until I committed it when I got home. But I guess the one security I had against it is that I was going to shoot a sheet of Polaroid 8x10 here. The other sheet I was going to shoot was some also expired but still viable Fuji Provia from 1990 or something. It spent most of its life frozen, and I'm down to the last sheet or two. So it's something I was feeling a little insecure about messing up in processing, but I wanted to shoot it anyway, especially with this amazing look with this awesome tree and Britt and that white dress and a backlight and a flash and all of that. But I want to revisit the roll film before we get into the 8x10 shots to end this video. And when things go wrong with roll film or any film really, I feel much more freedom to experiment, and so I did with this. Sometimes color film makes really nice black and white shots, which is a little expensive to do these days, but it's kind of cool sometimes.
Okay, 1 second.
This looks really good.
I'm gonna need someone to clean off my dress.
Yeah, there are no rules in photography. I know I could do this with digital, and I know this is a digital process on top of film. And though I mostly shoot film these days, we still live in 2023 or whenever you're watching this video. Okay, I can make this work. F22. F, yeah. No, I shouldn't have done it. Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry. Can I move your leg a little? This one, bottom one, just a little.
I know, I'm trying. I'm gonna have to like hold it up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be really good.
Okay, so tell me before you shoot, like I'm gonna head a little.
Okay, let me check the flash.
Let me keep stable.
Okay, that's gonna be good. Okay, so I'm gonna double check focus one more time real quick. Then we're gonna try to hurry and get this. My plan here was to combine the 1/125th of a second shutter speed along with an aperture like f/22 or so, which is what I think it was on this shot, to underexpose the ambient light and use the flash to fill in on Brit. Okay, here we go. What we got, I don't know if it was a mixture of just that lighting or if it was the botched processing, but I actually feel okay about it now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. But I didn't feel that way when I took it out of the developing tank. What I'm doing here is adjusting the settings because Polaroid 8x10 is 640 ISO and the film I just shot was about 100. So there was a lot more light to deal with. And I shot this at f/45, I believe. But with this shot too, I botched the 8x10 processing. I'm not going to bother explaining what it is. It came out dark. It was a temperature thing probably, but it's kind of hard to tell, and I was bummed. But here's the thing. I was disappointed because I expected it to be one way, and it turned out to be another way, which can be a problem not only in art, but in life. But let's see how this Polaroid turned out before we get too far into that. Okay, you're good, Okay. Okay, that's fine, you're good. Just do your head. Yeah, tilt it. Yeah, right there. Here we go. All right. Oh, my battery's about to die. It wasn't until I started showing these photos to other people, especially Brit, and saw their reaction to them in a way that didn't have the expectations of Ektachrome and Provia being perfect to taint their viewpoint. They loved the photos, even the ones on the roll film that I messed up. They were so much happier, and as you saw, the Polaroid was a nice cherry on top of everything. Speaking of cherries on top of things, also Brit and I on these two collaborated. I would consider her the photographer because I did exactly what she said, using her Nikon F3 with Cinestill 400D, and I guess the rest of these I would be the photographer, but still, this whole thing's a collaboration. I love collaboration. And as time has gone on, my views toward these photos I was originally very disappointed in have drastically altered, and I find that happens a lot. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Look down, look out again, out into the deep field. Yes. It's gotten to the point now that I don't even try to decide if my photos are any good, maybe for months or even years. I just keep taking them, and I do pay attention and try to figure out what I can do better or what I could try next time, but good is so subjective even to yourself. All right. Oh, that was the end of the roll.
Yeah! Okay.
I really think more of us should take our time before we dismiss or even delete or throw away photos because they're quote-unquote bad. As a student, a teacher, and even a teaching assistant, I would often find that photos would be overlooked by their creators, including myself, until they were looked at by someone else who didn't have the expectations the original photographer had. Years of experience has led me to believe that it's unwise of us to decide in a vacuum whether or not what we do is good, which to me is a reason we should talk about and share our art. I hope you've enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a comment, and thank you. See you soon.